We start with one shot. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if you refer to my last analysis, since the price exactly was within this move I mentioned, we're looking for the reversal. If we get any opportunity for buy, we will take the trade in even. We mentioned we can put our entry above here. Then I mentioned if there is a correct, if the price continue and drop, any correction we can adjust our trade. I mean our entry. That's why when we see this one, simply we could put our entry above this top, and this is what we get, and the stop loss should be somewhere below this. All right, and we have the reason because we mentioned we're looking for the divergence, and if you refer to 1 hour chart, this is where we see the divergence based on 1 hour and even based on forward. That's why we mentioned if we get any opportunity for buy, we will take it. And for those traders, either they get the entry by having, I mean the trade by having entry above the stop, or they look at this one as a flat right now, if they can move their stop loss to break even if they want to keep the trade. All right, now we move to higher time frame. We want to see what's the next. The only thing is based on daily chart. We mentioned we're looking for the reversal. Now the only question is whether this is the start of the reversal, or we can expect this one turn to more complex correction for one more drop before we get the reversal. This is what we have been looking for and what we have been discussing. But anyway, if we move to forward chart, even we had a divergence. That's why we mentioned we have been looking for buy. Even based on forward, based on the second indicators, we see we had a divergence. Now the question is, what's the next? Whether this is the start of the up move, or we can expect this turn, we can expect this one turn to flat in relative to this for one more drop before we get a reversal. All right, it doesn't matter which option. From now, if we see the continuation, any trade setup for buy, we will take it. But if we see there is no continuation, we see any reversal, this is where we have to take out the trade. Then from there, whether we want to look for sell or not, at least we take out our trade. That's why we come up with this line. So we mentioned the first one, we want to see the breakout of 0.00334, following by 0.00352. Because mostly if the price break the previous top, we can look for continuation. All right, but it depends how the price can break, because even the price break the previous top, we can expect this one turn to expanding flat, but most likely with the breakout of the this top, we can look for continuation. That's why if we want to look for buy from now, we need to be quite careful, because we cannot put simply this correction relative to this. That's why we can expect this one turn to flat, then we in consideration relative to this correction, then we look for the running flat for one more drop before we get the reversal. This is what we have been looking for. All right, as a second option, but it doesn't mean the price cannot reverse from here. Any trade setup for buy, we will take it, but we need to know about the second option. If it's not moving, we are not going to keep the trade. Even if he wants to keep the trade, at least move our stop loss to break even. And right now, for those traders, they get the trade within this move. If they want to keep the trade, move their stop loss to break even. Whether we should look for the next trade, we don't see any trade setup at this point. The only thing is we want to see whether we can see the breakout of any of these levels or not. Okay, in this case, again, this is what we can expect. We need to be quite careful. All right, the reasons I'm keep highlighting about these things, that at least we know how to protect our trade. It doesn't mean we cannot look for buy. All right, and if anyone wants to look for sell, if you see there is no continuation following by divergence at this time, so you cannot see any sharp move following by flag or correction, we can take the sell. May similar to what we get here as a bigger picture. All right, we don't see any more examples to refer to, but this is how we can look for sell. But at this point, still we're looking for continuation. We want to see whether the price can break any of these levels or not, which is we're looking for this zone. Anyway, we just follow the chart. We don't see any trade setup at this point. And in this case, if I see any update, I will share. Thanks.